I'm Dr. Hansen, and I had the distinct honor of giving a presentation on thriving through menopause to the Deloitte workforce across Canada. I gave a presentation earlier this year on thriving through the ages and stages of a woman's life, but this conversation was specific to menopause, and it was a lot of fun. So in this conversation, we really flipped the lid on the conversation around menopause. We really opened the dialogue and we unpacked a lot of the Deloitte Women in the Workforce 2024 report. Shocking that 34% of women are actually experiencing pain or discomfort during menopause and just pushing through. Are you just pushing through? Because you are not alone. That number is double what it was in 2023 when Deloitte did their report. We also know that women are really uncomfortable talking to their HR or their managers about menopausal signs and symptoms, and that in fact, 16% of women actually feel that disclosing menopausal signs and symptoms and difficulties actually had a detrimental effect on their career or advancement. That number is up from 6% in 2023. We also know that only 19% said they feel supported, and that number is down from 30%. It's not surprising that 50% of people feel that an employer should have paid benefits or some resources available for women around menopausal symptoms when women need to take some time off or they need to resource themselves or get their health back on track. Yet only 20% of women actually work for organizations that have that benefit. And interestingly, 10% of women say that not having that benefit available actually was a factor in why they left a company. That number is double what it was last year. So not only are women having discomfort and having trouble disclosing and having trouble having this conversation, they're actually at risk of leaving either their company or the workforce in general. And we know that retaining women with this level of expertise and experience as mentors for the next generation and as women who bring compassion and empathy and a lot of skill into the workforce, we want to keep these women at work, but we want to keep them at work feeling healthy and alive and thriving. And we know we can do that by opening this conversation, by giving women a safe space to have dialogue around what they're experiencing and a supportive environment. So reading the Women at Work 2024 report, and specifically as it relates to menopause, is really important for women in general, but for anyone that supports women who may be going through a menopausal transition. And let's be honest, all women will go through the ages and stages of life, including a menopausal transition, whether they have symptoms or not. And so keeping women feeling healthy and thriving and productive and experiencing life to the fullest is what we all want for women, for the women we love, for the women we work with, for the women that we support, for the women that we are. We know that there's only a win-win-win in being able to resource menopausal women in the workforce and in the world. So having this conversation with the Deloitte workforce was an absolute honor. And I really look forward to the ongoing implications and ripple effect of the Women at Work 2024 report that Deloitte has just put out. I'm Dr. Hansen.